What is that?
Oh no, trying some stuff out.
Hello to
Hi,
everybody.
everyone.
How you doing? Hello to all the regulars. Hello to all the first-time people. Hello to the raid. Hello to the lurkers. Welcome. I'm home. I'm still a little itty-bitty bit jet-lagged, but we're inadvertently dressed in matching t-shirts anyway.
Tell them what you did yesterday.
This was totally not intentional, but I slept. Yesterday, I slept
in
for
3 shifts.
Probably, let's see,
17
probably
hours?
16 hours total, all told. The jet lag coming back from the US is always the worst for me. And it was on top of a very, very busy week plus, on top of 2 very, very busy weeks here's worth of prep. And then I got back and I fell asleep. That's not true. I worked on Monday. And then on Tuesday, my body went, no. And it made me sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Rising Tides, is that Brendan? I hope so.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome for joining us. So yes, yesterday I slept. And it is
Hey,
Hi,
buddy.
Hi, Brendan. How are
you
you doing?
doing?
It's really nice to see you. We haven't chatted with you in forever. It's wonderful to have you here. Brendan, fantastic author, poet. Brendan O'Brien, former poetry editor for Fireside, if I remember correctly. Yes.
I feel like we should look that up.
I should look it up. Please, Brendan, brag about your wonderful self in the chat. That would be delightful.
That includes putting by links.
That include links. Yes, links are good. Oh, what's the name of his book?
I'm looking it up now. I'm being subtle. I'm being subtle.
What's it called? Will You Sign My Tentacle?
Being subtle.
I think that was it. It was fantastic. Very excellent collection of poetry. Really loved it.
Can You Sign My Tentacle by Brandon O'Brien.
There we go.
And it is just the absolute best.
Yes, very good. And hopefully Brandon will put some links in the chat. That would be nice. Yeah, so yeah, I slept for 16 hours, multiple naps. I also highly recommend listening to the White Vault when you're stuck in a giant metal tube, 30,000 feet in the air.
Because then the snow monsters can't get you.
Then the snow monsters can't get you. It is a lovely way to pass. Well, there's no such thing as a lovely way to pass 9 hours in a metal tube, but yes. I didn't know you had a Twitch, and since I'm being asked to brag, former Fire poetry editor and author of that book. Yes, excellent.
And it is such a good book.
Very good book.
Grief.
Very fun. I think you did a full lib review.
I did.
I will have to dig that up.
Yes.
Ducky, I will dig that up for you for the show notes. If you don't mind being featured, Brendan, it's nice to see you. So yes, yesterday I slept, but Alistair apparently streamed while I was gone.
Yes.
And I only watched one of the VODs. But apparently Darkside Detective was written by his sub-ego or something. So I'm looking forward to playing more of that with him on Sunday.
You haven't even got to the Undead Gangsters yet.
No, I cannot say I've gotten to the Undead Gangsters. I did get to the dad who was kind of rude and cold, who you immediately performed an Elias voice.
Of course.
And the wonderful partner Julie and the really sweet chess ghosts. Chess playing ghosts. Yeah. That was really, really sweet. It is written by Alistair from an alternate reality. So yeah, we're gonna play more of that on Sunday. Yeah,
because I finished it on Sunday, and apparently the reward for finishing it is they go, surprise!
Here's
another half game.
So we will be continuing that on Sunday, which will be very delightful. And I've seen the amazing Four Rats is in the chat. We should say really quickly. This is normally where we say we do things on the stream, but I've got a couple things we can do before the 3 things.
We do 3.75 things on this show.
Yes, we do an infinite variety of things on the show. So tonight, lovely Wendy, one of our moderators, is not with us because she is doing business things and I have resonance. And I know Wendy is going to ask for proof of life from the lad, and the lad was just freshly fed today. Alzi, I'll get you in just 1 second. Alzi says, I didn't see you play the Slay the Princess before. How bad will it be to watch this stream? Well, it's a demo. So the demo has 7 different endings.
We got 4.
We've succeeded in 4 or 5 of the endings.
And thank you.
We know there are 2 more, and those are what we're going to try for tonight. So you may have given Wendy some new yarn to make a Chungus outfit with tonight. I may have seen the photo that you posted on Twitter, Rubeska, and it was wonderful. But yes, Wendy, here's proof of life of the lovely lad. He's wearing his fantastic Neighborly costume this evening because Neighborly is burling up on the end of season 2, and I'm not ready. I'm just not ready. I have many episodes I still need to catch up on. So this is my reminder to myself as well that once I'm finished intravenously consuming season 4 of Whiteville, I need to finish Neighborly.
Yes.
And we have extremely subtle Anchor 643 crowdfunding reminder.
Thank you, Ducky. I was about to be very unsubtle about reminding people.
Please do that. We have so many cool podcasts that are fundraising right now. We can give you a million, trillion, bazillion, zillions of recommendations. 2 are...
Red Valley.
Red Valley is fundraising for its third and final season.
Third and final year. I finally got around to listening to season 2 whilst Marguerite was away.
Speaking of things written by Alistair's back brain...
The fact that the not quite villain opens one conversation by greeting another character with, "All right, Games Workshop," it is written on my soul.
He does kind of look like a well. I mean, it could double as a well, but mostly this is the neighborly icon. This is the house and the nice little magnetic roof. And there's some little birds as well, but they're buried, and I didn't have time to dig them up. And then the other podcast, of course, that is currently fundraising.
Is the amazing Anchor 643.
Anchor 643, which we may or may not may definitely be recording for this weekend, which we're really excited about. So it's going to be great. Okay, so now you can do the 3 things.
So we do 3 things on this show. The first one is an opening monologue. This gives you a chance to get situated, get comfortable, hydrate the Roomba, tell the cat what room to clean. You know, all that good stuff.
Good luck with that last one.
Yeah, the cat be like,
that reminds me, Ducky, I have to make a note. We have to put some of the lovely, lovely Kitty and Zumba drawings by Tina Connolly for fan art at some point. By the way, did you see what Tina Connolly is writing? A real, honest-to-God, choose-your-own-adventure book?
Shut the front door.
No! It's called, like, Glitter Pony Farms, and it's, like, mystical animals, and it's a real, honest-to-God, choose-your-own-adventure story. I'm like, I need it!
Well,
I need it in my life!
Obviously, we need her on to talk about that and all her countless other books.
Oh, yeah! We haven't talked to Tina in a long time! That would be really fun! Okay, Ducky, I'm very sorry. I'm giving you lots and lots and lots and lots of notes for this particular stream. Just my brain is going. Anyway, you don't have to clean. Glitter Pony Farms.
Glitter Pony Farms.
That's apparently the name of the book, and you get to help make choices about magical creatures.
I was unaware that Cabbage Patch dolls are genuinely born from the Cabbage Patch tree.
Yes! It's not a Cabbage Patch tree. It's the Cabbage Patch, and when you get them, they come wrapped in these little green blankets that look like leaves.
And there is a nursery.
Yep.
And you have to sign an adoption certificate.
Yes.
And I'm genuinely unclear whether this is the cutest thing I've ever seen or some Stepford Wives shit.
Well, you're probably thinking about the Garbage Pail Kids as well, which, like, trade on being gross and disgusting and Halloweeny.
Why would I possibly be thinking of those?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. Exactly. Did you think cabbages grew on trees?
You know what? After the opening monologue, what we tend to do is play a game. And this week it's going to be trying to finish off, for the last couple of times, the Slay the Princess
I mean,
demo.
how hard can it be, right? She's locked in a room, right?
Just go in, stab her, leave. Go for pancakes. It'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll talk a little bit more about Slay the Princess when we get up there. So opening monologue, main event will be hopefully the final 2 of 7 endings of Slay the Princess demo. Did you guys see? They have 30,000 people on their wish list now. Like, Tech Radar picked them up on a roundup of, like, the best 5 games you'd be playing right now. And theirs is just a demo. I'm so excited for this full game. I can't even. And I'm hoping they're as excited about it as we are.
And Kitty, I did actually have to look it up.
You had to look up how cabbages grew?
Yeah.
No, you did not.
I did.
They're the same family as Brussels sprouts.
So the brassicas.
No.
I thought...
maybe.
Yeah.
I know cauliflower and broccoli are brassicas. But I don't know if Brussels sprouts are.
Welcome to Horticulture Hour.
Where's Ursula when we need her,
right?
I'm waiting for her to bust into the stream and then leave off on a rant about potatoes. That would be hilarious. Yes, Rubesco, we are well and truly going on a tangent. Sorry. Look, I made the lights work for this screen now, too. Exactly. Okay. We're going on a tangent talking about the 3 things we do on this stream. Y'all are doomed. All right.
Hey, Hawkeye, welcome back.
Hello, Hawkeye. I had to do the work things, but now I'm doing significantly fewer work things. Hello. That sounds fantastic. I mean, my username is a plant biology pun, so I can hardly criticize the horticultural tangent. Well, good. We'll have to have you on to talk about horticultural tangents. Where were we?
Tangents.
Yes, there's just there's just so many of them, right? Brassicas, it is. Well, just the leafy green stuff. Sometimes they make babies. Welcome to children's marketing.
That is the most Californian thing I've ever seen. Leafy green stuff.
Leafy green stuff. I didn't talk about kale. Anyway. Do you want to do an opening monologue?
You're like 24 hours off your show. You're positively giddy.
You know what I've just realized?
What?
We don't have an opening monologue this week.
Do we not?
No, I'm looking at the notes right now. I'm going, no?
Well,
no opening monologue?
Well, it's a good thing no one can see that, isn't it?
Yeah, let's just style it out. So, how was your week, Alistair?
Well, of course you have one in reserve, because you're amazing. Yeah.
I think we're...
No, let's do it.
Okay, all right.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're rapidly improvising an opening monologue.
This isn't improvising, this is kinetic problem solving. It's the world of difference.
Right? We just had an opening tangent. Don't call it that, because then it'll become a thing. I think we've been vamping this whole entire time.
The last 45.2 years, you know.
Exactly. Okay, I have to go over to Discord now and see if Ducky's going to feed me an opening monologue, because otherwise we're just going to continue going on tangents, let's be honest. Or we could just jump right into the game. So, let's talk about the game a little bit.
Oh, because I was going to do another tangent, but you know, that's fine.
Are you talking about the tangent on... Okay. Let's look up how fruits and vegetables... This is going to become a mic stream if we're not careful. You were saying?
I was just going to say that we finished 2 spectacularly good TV shows this week. The Man Who Fell to Earth, which is so fucking good. Good Lord.
That was very enjoyable.
And Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Which was also incredibly enjoyable. And if you are an old school Trek nerd like I am, the season finale makes you very happy and warm inside.
So, tab will not load, but if you take the document down to the first Slay the Princess week, there should be an unused.
Alright.
You're amazing,
I'm
Ducky.
I'm scrolling. Aha! Well done. Okay.
Is it me, by the way, who looks at Slay the Princess and hears it to the tune of Stop the Pigeon?
Really?
You don't then. Okay, that's awkward. Let's move on.
Hearthstone's Battleground mode is a weaponized jumble sale by Nate Crowley. Alright, let me put this in the chat for everybody because we're not we're not as slick and polished as we should be, and I should also say up front, I've not scanned this for content warnings.
Oh boy, will there be some.
But since this is the Nate Crowley introduction, there's probably profanity, some body humor, and beast modes. I don't know. I'm making this up as we go along. You will die to a sickly ape. Yeah, okay. It's by Nate. There we go.
Shall I?
Yes.
Right then. Snarls, a puce-faced ogre of a man, after drinking the last crumbs from a bag of roast beef monster munch. The dog or the spoon. And sure enough, there in front of him on the battered plasterer's table that serves as his desk is a blurrily painted porcelain dog statuette and a bent tablespoon. If you give the big man a quid, he'll throw them into a bin and replace them from a big cardboard box of slightly less upsetting but fair detritus. But you've only got 50p, so you choose the dog.
That counts as a beast, right? You think to yourself, anxiously, as a faceless figure in riot gear bursts into the shipping container you're obliged to refer to as the shop, and hauls you back out into the sunlight. You are, in the same metaphorical fashion as in this post from last week, playing Hearthstone's Battlegrounds mode.
In the yard outside, 7 more bewildered contestants are being cajoled out of 7 other shipping containers, where they have each conducted their own rushed, grubby deals. Now it's time for you to injure each other.
That sounds like an MMO magic system.
You're paired up against a baffled old man who wields a pair of carrots tied to the ends of a frayed rope. He looks down at this sad vegetal nunchaku, brow creasing with buyer's remorse, and then up at you again. He grimaces with embarrassment. You shrug in unconvincing self-absolution and charge at him with the dog figurine raised high.
It does indeed count as a beast. You count as a beast as you club him in the temple with it, and he staggers backwards, wincing. You've won, or at least you've won this round. Now it's back to the shop with you.
Right then, says the bric-a-brac brute again, for that is how he starts every sentence, and tips out a fresh box of utter shit for you to rummage through. One of the riot-shielded attendants pushes £2 coins into your hand and shoves you forward to peruse. There's a cheese grater with "piss off" scrawled on it in lipstick, a skateboard with a screwdriver duct taped to the front, and another porcelain dog. You pause for thought. If you get 3 of the dreadful things, you're fairly certain they turn into a whip with a live crab tied to the bad end. You could use one of those, but then the skateboard might be...
Time. Oh, go ahead. You get to do this ridiculous. What is this? Jason Statham.
Yeah. Time's up.
Belches the man, scrunching up a freshly demolished bag of beef hula hoops and squinting at a faded digital watch.
Second dog, then, yeah.
You take the second hound model. It is an hour later. You have been to the yard and then to the shop again several more times. 6 of the other contestants are dead, one by one, at your own hand. Or rather, by the selection of hastily weaponized trinkets you've managed to scrape together as the big man has barked for you to hurry up. Now you're facing off against the last survivor. It's the old man. But this time, he's preceded into the yard by a sickly ape on a leash. The ape has a crossbow.
You've already heard the desperate final gurgles of 3 other contestants as they went down to that bastard primate. And now it's your turn. Suddenly, that scrap of tarpaulin tied around your neck no longer feels like the mighty armor it did when you swapped it for 3 socks full of marbles earlier. This time, as the ape recovers from a fit of racking coughs and levels its weapon at you, it's the old man's turn to shrug in half-hearted apology. Not my fault, mate, he seems to say. Just luck of the draw, innit?
Hearthstone's Battlegrounds mode is good. I don't play it much, but after playing a few rounds of it to capture its spirit for this post, I think I might play it more. As ever, it's Hearthstone, so whatever you do, you'll be a hostage to the monstrous swings of fortune, and to whatever lucky gets handed the cards that let them run away with the entire mini-tournament. But hey, it's a pretty solid bit of game design that manages to pull the better elements of its auto chess battle royale craze into Blizzard's happy-go-lucky card game. And at least you always end up surviving long enough to pull off something entertaining.
The ape's leathery finger constricts around the crossbow's trigger. There is a muted, springy thwang, and you feel a sudden, impossible pressure in your trachea. You have lost this round.
I do not know what lurks deep within Nate Crowley, but
I'm very glad it's there, though.
I do enjoy its...
Just going to close that other window.
Yeah, is it a little loud? Yeah, we've got the windows open because it's been rather unseasonably warm the last couple of days, and it's just now starting to cool off. And because we are playing a game on the big machine, we need to use the desktop mic.
I may or may not have dropped on my knees a couple of times in the last week and gone, Smash Mouth lied! They lied!
You would rather be walking on the sun?
I felt like I was.
Yes. Well, I was in that with 90% humidity, but also air conditioning, so I want.
Yes, and food that isn't based on hatred.
That's true. I went to a baseball game and I had hot dogs and fried cheese curds.
And Cracker Jack.
And baked in the sun, and it was delightful. We even won, if for given values of we. So, there we go.
Hey, Rook.
Hello, Corvin. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, no, they told the truth about being an all-star.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't lie about something that important, right? Exactly. I'm so happy to be up north this week, just a few degrees cooler, and you're thriving. Excellent. Nate Crowley just has some kind of magic inside him that manifests in obscenely funny and insightful essays. I wish it could be bottled and shared around. So do I.
Yeah.
So do I. But then the analogies get a little odd, so let's be careful with that one. Shall we talk about what we're here to accomplish this evening?
Oh, the princess is going down. Princess is getting slayed.
All right.
Slay a thing.
Let us talk about what we are here to accomplish.
Do we want to drop the content warnings all
I
up in
will
it?
be, but first, I'm going to put the game on the screen. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that we turned off the animation. So, Black Tabby Games has been very good about feedback from people who played the demo so far. And they've noticed that it is very CPU intensive, even for reasonably high-end machines. So they released a patch where they turned off the jittering constant animation, and so we have done the same to try and save a lot of the lag issues we've encountered a couple of previous times. All right. Good night to 4 Rats. We will see you later.
Night, 4 Rats.
Have a good one. We will see you in Valhalla.
And on Saturday.
Where we're doing secrets, not so secret.
Which we've told you in some detail at this point.
Yes, we're doing recording thingy.
Can't tell you it's classified. But it is very cool.
But it is very cool.
I could tell you.
I could tell you.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
Yes, you would. You would tell them. I love you very much. But this game, let me give you the details on the game. It is Slay the Princess. This is a demo, so this is a limited amount of play. Like I said, we've played it several times through now. We've got, I think, 4 or 5 of the 7 endings. There's 2 more that we are going to attempt to locate this evening. This game has some very, very, very burly content warnings.
Oh, yeah.
It contains flashy images, and headline content warnings are common phobias, death and dying, horror themes, mental health and trauma, sound effects, and violence. You can find a complete list of content warnings at that link. Please note, however, that the full content warnings may contain spoilers. In addition, we have started creating a dramatis personae of the characters?
Let's say characters.
Let's call them characters.
Characters.
That we have encountered in our various playthroughs. This may also contain spoilers, but it's also a pretty good memory jog if you want to refresh yourself about who the heck are all these various people. And with that said, I'm going to turn on the game music.
Let's prepare for horror.
We're going to put in our headphones. Grab your squishy animals, because several of the previous playthroughs have been quite visceral and very spooky.
There was that time she kicked our face off, basically.
There was that time she did, in fact, kick us in the face. You might want to scooch up a little bit more here, so the people can see
totally going to hide behind you.
Well, the people want to see your lovely visage.
Visage.
Your visage, right? As someone who hasn't watched any of your previous playthroughs, I don't need to know anything.
I am going to hazard a guess that you're going to pick up everything you need to know.
Quite quickly.
Pretty quickly.
Okay, chat. So let's talk about the wiggle protocol, right? So when we play games, what we do is we ask people in the chat not to provide instructions, directions, or spoilers, because we like having a spoil-free experience, and many of the chat enjoys watching us have a spoil-free experience. So if you know what's coming in the game, what we ask you to do is we ask you to wiggle. Everyone in the chat has lots of experience with sending a wiggle to the chat. So that's the kind of, I know something you don't know, or you are looking forward to us about to experience something that you know that we don't. But we ask that you don't do any spoilers. And yes, we are in the process of creating a wiggle emoji, because like that makes sense. So the short version to that answer to that question was, you don't need to know anything in advance. You may be about to receive a couple of very insightful and wonderful surprises that will quickly go south. And I hope you enjoy them. So we are going to start straight from the beginning and see if we can get... All right, let me see if I have these open. So the endings we have achieved so far are called Fury, Stranger, Beast, and Damsel. The 2 that we are attempting to find this evening... Oh, there's a third. There's a new accomplishment here called Good Ending. You did it. You saved everyone. I have a feeling that maybe tongue-in-cheek. The other 2 endings that we are looking for are called Nightmare and Spectre. So those are the 2 that we're going to keep our eyes peeled for. And, of course, we have our objective. Our objective. So with that in mind,
good lead in, like that, especially the way you time that with the music.
Well, I do have a little skill. With that in mind, here we go.
Already have a TV tropes page.
Really? Slay the Princess has a TV tropes page?
Yes.
That's wonderful. You'll have to send that to Doug. Alright, here we go. We're gonna start. Game music is on. Is everybody able to hear it? I can probably move the mic a little closer now. No, wait.
That's
there.
just... Yeah.
How about that? Is that better?
Okay.
Alrighty. If you want the game music turned up a little bit, let us know. But I've got it down to not quite overpowering volume. I'm going to crank it up just a bit. So you can hear the lovely tones of the individual we're about to speak to. Here we go. It is very loud.
Just seeing a review that has described this as the Stanley Parable with horror.
The Stanley Parable does have horror.
Yeah, it's just existential, office-based horror.
Okay, so this is the Stanley Parable with not so existential based horror. All right, let us know if we need any sound adjustments, folks. Here we go. Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Hey, Johnny.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
As you can see, we've turned off the static animation to try and help it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Everybody clear on the premise? All right.
So it's the exact same engine as Scarlet Hollow.
Right.
Have we done Sweet I've Always Wanted to Offer Monarch Vida the La Revolution yet?
So let's talk about these what are called explore options. Explore options are chances to engage in dialogue and ask questions, but don't involve making a choice. Any of the options that don't have explore in the front represent choices. Okay. I'm kind of into this whole... We talked once about doing a playthrough where we just didn't say anything.
It shouldn't take terribly long.
Right?
Let's do it.
So let's just not engage with the narrator. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see if we don't even talk to the narrator. We just walk forward.
By the way, those of you who haven't seen it, the first playthrough for this is great because it is the lawyer playthrough.
Hi. Can you tell I'm excited about it? Time to stab. Yes. We're going to walk towards the cabin and attempt to accomplish our objective. And let's see what's happened. We're not going to say a word.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Oh yeah, we'll call this the Geralt
She will do
playthrough.
everything
No
in
talking.
her power to stop you from
Just
slaying
the occasional grunt.
her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
So the hero and the princess is the title of this chapter. Did it have a chapter title previously?
I think so.
I can't remember.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'm not talking to either. See, now we don't have any dialogue options here,
That
which is
hasn't
quite
happened
interesting.
before.
And that's probably because we didn't do any investigation previously. So we're gonna just keep being Geralt with a silver sword here.
Never talk to me or my daughter again.
Yes, never talk to me or my princess again.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
How are we doing on lag, chat?
Looks to be doing just fine. I'm not.
Because this is normally where it hits.
This is normally where the leg starts to hit, but here I go.
Oh, here I go, killing again.
It's interesting that take the blade as an explore option.
I don't think it was before.
That's very no leg. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm glad that worked. Okay. So if we're not going to take any explore options, we're just going to go in the basement with nothing, aren't we?
Or are we taking the blade?
We are legless. Well, we didn't do any of the previous explores. Shall we just go in and see what happens if we don't say anything?
What the hell?
Let's go in. Let's see. We're just going to go in and say nothing.
Kill her.
I don't know how.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
We're not going to say anything, and we're not going to do any explorer options. Let's see what happens.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
I know, Rebecca, right? I'm just desperate.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I argued very vociferously with the narrator last time. I like the continue down the stairs, no talking.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Yeah, mute, run, exactly. We're not going to talk, we're not going to explore, we're just going to see. I know that there's some accomplishment for like having a staring contest. I'm kind of hoping we might be able to do that this way.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Okay, we need to have a lengthy discussion about your morality of appearance and behavior. Okay.
My guess is if we're going to get the staring contest, we get it here.
Yeah,
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'm very curious to see what our options are going to be now. Oh. Either I have to examine the chains, or I have to hold on. Let's talk about it first. That's annoying. Okay, so that's as far as we get on the being quiet front. It doesn't give us an option to be quiet any further. So, no, if we're not going to do any exploration, I guess we have to talk now.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently we can only annoy the narrator. Exactly. Okay. I can get her out of here. I can't believe they've been keeping you down like this. I'm getting you out of here.
Retrieve the blade.
Go back upstairs without saying another word. That's the closest we have. I think people want us to get the blade and get the stabbing.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Oh, she's not happy with us.
I'm not sure.
You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Oh, we've annoyed her.
You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Okay, she really hates it when you turn your back on her or when you change your mind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
Now that's really interesting, because in previous times when we've tried to turn around and leave, it wouldn't let us.
Yeah.
It shut the door on us.
Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
So once the princess shows... Once her voice goes red, he's on the side. That's interesting.
I don't think
That's
we've had that
change.
before either.
Yeah, Brandon Boone, sound design. Very well done, isn't it?
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
Quiet is not good. I believe the soundtrack for the demo is now available.
We have it.
She's no.
Where the princess a moment ago, there's only a severed arm. Princess is nowhere to be seen.
We haven't had this before, right?
So this is bad. Yeah. I'm with you, Ducky. Nope. A quick reminder of the content warnings. I think we're about to be attacked. Why is this corner so dark now as well? We're gonna get pounced on.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
What?
How? How did it get bigger? Okay, so I think we got off on the wrong foot. Do you think we can wrong foot? Do you think we can
both know neither of those are gonna...
She's lost an arm. I'm locking her down here and letting her bleed out. I think that's gonna work. I kind of think... I'm guessing the chat is in the finish it mode. So shall we give it a finish it?
Let's finish it.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her.
Look up! Look up! She's gonna jump on us from above! Stitch! You didn't get off on the wrong foot, so you just...
Where is she?
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Does the arm have a note attached to it? Because the arm kind of looks like it has
Kind of looks like it has a note. So, do we close the door with her and so she's in here with us, or do we investigate the arm? I'm guessing she's on the ceiling with the spider as well. I'm destroying my jewel necklace with the force of my anxiety. Okay, do we want to close the door, folks? Or do we want to just go and investigate the worm? Go investigate the bait that she's left for us?
Wait. This is literally one of the only times in my life I'll be able to use the best line from the Cloverfield Paradox. What are you doing, arm?
Seriously.
Absolutely.
We're gonna go investigate.
Okay.
As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs.
She ran. She ran out behind us. Finally move out of my... What have I walked in on? Hi, Kiwi! We're trying and failing to stab the princess. She just made a break for it.
Gonna be safe.
We're all gonna have a good time.
What the Jesus Christ was
that? You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead. She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place.
So she's locked us down here with her severed hand.
Which I'm guessing is about to stop moving.
Oh gosh, I hope so. I hope not.
No.
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free.
Trust is a real big deal for her. Every time you do something that implies or betrays her trust, pisses her off real fast.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. You're stuck here, alone.
I mean, you know, we're alive.
For now.
Right now. We're alive.
Can't just end like this, right?
Oh, Bobby, I'm sorry.
As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
Over how?
You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends, and you end with it.
Alright, we've unlocked an achievement called Princess Souls. And that is die at least 6 times throughout all the playthroughs. Well, we've definitely accomplished that. Okay. But that was not one of the endings we were looking for.
It feels like we were one step off something else.
Here we are.
Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
Interesting.
is a princess.
What?
That it defaulted to the beast. We have, Rebecca.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, don't you worry. Yeah, I get it. Silently proceed to the cabin. Screw this, I'm getting the hell out of here. Interesting, yeah. It picked the beast, didn't it? I want to lie.
Okay.
I know, I'm very much in the I want to map out the tree as well. So, well, do we want to stay silent again? And as far through as we can, and then just take the knife?
That seems to be a good
All
logical progression.
Let's do the silent procession, grab the knife, go downstairs.
I have one last warning for you. She will lie.
He's right, you know.
Oh.
She's a clever one, and determined too. Keep your eyes open and your senses sharp, because we're not going to let her get the best of us again.
Voice of the Obsessed. Did we have the Obsessed before? Let's see. Voice of the Obsessed. The Johnny we get from saying we'll free and then betraying and slaying the princess. Oh. I think we're adding... I think Jenny may be adding that live, so this is a new voice. We haven't had the Obsessed
seriously?
before. No! Woo! So, other voices that we've had previously, according to the Dramatis Personae. We have the princess, we have the narrator, and the voice of the hero, we all start with. We've had voice of the meek, voice of the contrarian, voice of the broken, and voice of the doubting.
And apparently,
We've
had the obsessed.
Just adding the new variable. Saying we'll free her and then betraying and slaying the princess. Or also from her getting out after we went for the knife. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Which kind of leads me to believe that we're not going to get either of the new endings. Let's see what
Ignore
happens.
him. She's just a princess. Don't overestimate her. The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls.
Okay.
The only item of furniture is a plain, termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I agree, Zalia. Why would he say don't overestimate her? That's weird. And this description appears new as well.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I am increasingly convinced we are the point.
And that this cabin represents the princess's current mental state?
And the cycle. The go, negotiate, kill, die, go, negotiate, kill, die. Live, die, repeat, if you will. Is an engine for something diabolical. I think this is a game about a game loop.
I think we are the agent of the baddie rather than the baddie itself, because there are certain things we can't over-argue with the narrator about. We'll do one of those playthroughs next time we die as well.
Yes, do it. Take the blade and make her pay for what she's done.
Yeah, the perspective is very wonky.
So, take the blade, head on down.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I never mean this unfairly to Johnny, but anytime this character comes out with stuff like that, I turn into a 10-year-old.
Right? Right? The narrator seems to reset every time, but we know from previous playthroughs that she has some persistent memory.
Because she's gonna be pissed.
The door to the basement creeps open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to step over a few holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're stepping down into a jungle.
Yeah.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I don't know if she ended it last time or if she's destined to end it. I can't remember.
She growls up the stairs.
This is not a good start.
I can smell you.
It isn't hypnotizing anymore. It's almost feral. Don't let her intimidate you. You carefully make your way down the stairs.
She's gonna be cat girl.
As you descend
Yep.
the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Do not want to be smelled, thanks.
She has both her arms again. And she's different, isn't she?
Yes.
The beast is showing us what she really is.
That's interesting.
You're the reason I'm still down here. Fiend, monster, betrayer. Nothing will get between my teeth and your throat.
Now I wonder if we can talk her down.
Let's try.
No.
We can't talk it down.
Apparently that's an ending. Okay. There's 7 endings in the demo and many more ways to die. Yes, we've died lots of times.
Right, so we need a bit of string. Yeah, we do.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Let's try again. The voices in your head. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Such a good group of people. Let's see if I recognize any of these people. I know Anne Emma Thompson, but I don't know if it's this.
Oliver Bullington Maguire is the name of heroes.
Lovely name.
I think I know Katie Bryan. Name definitely rings the bell. Sure, I talked to them on Twitter.
Alright, shall we start again? I think Betrayer is unique to the beast. I think so too. I'm gonna have to listen to Nicole's podcast, aren't I? Oh, I can add it to the file. Alright, shall we start again?
Let's do it.
We did silent stabbing and that did not go so well. So let's try again. And I'm gonna skip through a lot of the intro dialogue this time, okay?
You're here.
Yes. So what are the other 2 endings we're trying to get are called
The Nightmare and the Spectre.
And Spectre. And there's one where you can have a staring contest. Nightmare or Spectre? Alright, I'm gonna try something. Nope!
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Doesn't matter. Don't want to do this. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
We've done this before. It gets very weird, Kiwi, as you're about to find out.
Yeah. I'm going to try silently, just not engaging. Trying to get away from this guy.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
That's right, I do.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Yes.
How?
Turn around again and
You're
leave.
really keen
again.
on wasting everyone's time, aren't
Yes.
you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
You're not emotionally blackmailing me into this. I kind of like this one. I like getting angry.
Maybe everyone should die.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
But I just have your word to take for it. Oh, it doesn't give us a choice.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
That's right, I do.
Damn right.
And now I'm at the cabin again.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Yeah, well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
That's an awful lot of ifs.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers
and now we're in
weren't
the
just
ending
a
of
trick.
BioShock.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
Oh, wake up, did you, buddy?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
I mean, to be
fair.
fair,
That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
As opposed to, like, you railroading me into certain death? I don't know, sounds pretty good. We are in an abusive relationship with the narrator, absolutely.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
The end.
So either she gets out, or it really doesn't matter if she
You're
gets
on a
out.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path
Notice the
is
fence,
a cabin.
guys.
And in the basement of that cabin
So no,
is a
whatever
princess.
ending you need to get, it has to do with your first playthrough. Because the second playthrough is the consequences of it.
Or does it reset in a loop of 2?
I don't know.
You're here to slay her.
Saz, you are correct. He is in fact Angie.
Oh, it doesn't give me the option to back away. You weren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she?
I don't think we've had that before.
I don't think we have either. Let's ask.
Last I checked, there wasn't any last time. Just met you and I.
No.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
But he does.
Yeah, screw this guy. They might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
I think we've had the contrarian before.
Tory Johnny has logged
Tory
on.
Johnny has logged into the chat. He's wearing those horrible faded red trousers and Gucci loafers with no socks.
If by ruining my day you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
So he can hear the other voices.
Still, the world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful.
Just because I died doesn't mean the world ended.
You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Tory Johnny is a very cursed concept, yes. I like the idea of lying to him to piss him off.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, definitely gonna say that.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
Well, you're not doing a very good job of it.
I have one last warning.
Yes.
She
That
will
is
lie.
terrifying.
She will cheat. Maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore them. They're just being difficult for the sake of it.
I refuse to take this seriously as well. There's just too many options. Alright, now what?
The interior of the cabin is odd, the air smelling faintly of plastic, the wood of the walls fitting together at uncomfortable angles. The only furniture is a plain wooden table, its legs all the wrong lengths, causing it to tilt towards the door. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah. I think we started capturing the different types of cabins as well.
This is at least the third.
Yeah.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Let's give it to her. Let's give her the knife.
I, for one, would rather have it. We don't really know what we're dealing with here. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Let's take the knife and go.
Take the blade.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old wooden staircase. The steps are warped and shoddily constructed. The air seeping up from below is heavy,
Good spot.
Hey, honey, that's your
oppressive,
alarm.
with an odd stink to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
Really?
He says that every time. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. He's used that line in multiple locations, huh?
Her voice carries up the stairs, its multi-tonal lilt adding to the already uneasy atmosphere.
Hello. Is someone there?
Yeah, she's about to look all kinds of wrong.
Yeah.
This isn't what I expected her to sound like. What is she?
The narrator was caught by surprise by
Yeah.
that. That's interesting.
I think we'd all like to know. You carefully make your way down the stairs. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Yes, I think this is Lumpy Princess.
She locks eyes with you, one moving a little faster than the other. The loose skin of her face stretches into something resembling a smile. Good lord. Something in her neck bulges, roiling under her skin as she starts to speak, her voice pouring out between her closed teeth.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I had a friend.
Okay, so that's the ending of that one. So some of the princess endings are just autos.
Yeah.
UNs.
Princess Ditchling, yes.
Princess Ditchling. Very much so.
Excuse me, Your Majesty, you have something on your face.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's funny you should mention Junji Ito, because I saw a robot today which is powered by a snake.
This is me.
Oh god, it is.
See, look, a lot of the different faces. Alright, let's go. Let's do a playthrough where we're just going to try and free her. I know that we got the chibi ending before. I'm trying to think about other ways that we might...
You have something underneath your face.
We know that betrayal pisses her off.
And pisses her off across multiple run-throughs.
Right.
So if we go in and we're honest and kind and true...
Yeah, by the time we get... I think by the time we finish the first playthrough, it's locked in what's going to happen. Some of the second act scenarios do have multiple ways to die. Yeah.
No talk, only stabbing.
Alright.
Yeah, this snake robot, it is essentially a transparent plastic drain pipe with capacitors along the inside of it to conduct the snake's nerve impulses, and 4 legs. It's like a gate.
You're here.
Yes, Johnny. I understand. Alright. Alright. Let's be very gung-ho about this.
Sweet! Let's fucking kill her!
That's the spirit.
There we go.
You make your way up the short. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through. Ignore him. He doesn't.
Okay, fine. That's the spirit. We're gonna kill. My first playthrough was me lawyering the narrator.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Windows.
The air is stale and musty,
This is
and the
a
floor
behavior.
and walls are painted in a fine layer of
This is a
dust.
convincing set.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. The blade is your implement. You take the blade from the
Okay, take the knife, head down. It's behaving. It's showing you what it is it wants you to see.
Slay the princess.
The door to the basement
princess.
creaks open, revealing a staircase
wrought
faintly
ancient wood.
illuminated
Yep,
by
if
an
the princess
unseen
really
light in the
leaves here,
room below.
Sliders.
Her voice.
Who's there?
You?
Yeah, or she's slightly more suspicious.
More
It's
assertive.
commanding. Almost as though she's the one in charge down here.
Interesting.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oh, good spot, Saz.
Because by chapter 2 you've been there. Good spot. Should we just continue down or should we do the hey?
Have we ever opened with hi?
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
That's different. Coldly is coldly beautiful. So me saying to the narrator, yeah, hell yeah, let's slay a monarch. All of a sudden she's commanding and cold.
As Rebecca was pointed out, voice of the hero is the sub. Confirmed.
Yes.
Focus on the task at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes, actually. Nuh-uh. Should we steal nerves and step forward and go for the stab?
We keep trying it, we haven't got it yet, so let's give it a shot. Or just be completely honest.
I like the whole... I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to stab.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
We all are bloodthirsty.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I'm here to relieve you of your mortal imprisonment.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing.
But she's still chained up, my dude. Yeah, why can't I throw the knife, right?
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
This is a difficult one, because I think we have 2 binary options here we've not done before. I don't remember doing drop the blade. I don't remember.
That's new. Yeah. Everybody wants us to slay the princess. Let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. Look at this. Slay, slay. All right. We're gonna slay, but when we die, I'm gonna turn this boat around and. All right.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Please observe our arm. We are feathered and scaled and taloned. Oh dear. I wonder if our arm changes through the course of our choices in the full game. Oh, I really hope so. All right, look. These are stressful times. We can have a little bloodthirstiness. All right, we have slayed the princess.
Have we?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming, but I have to wonder.
He's very zen for this.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words.
Yeah, she doesn't sound very slain.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes
Have her eyes
herself
just
to be
gone weird?
alive and well.
Or they've glazed.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look
new.
still plastered on her face.
This is new.
But is it over? Really over?
Leave the knife in there.
I'm not touching it. Oh, this is so sus.
Oh, fuck you.
So if we believe in it, of course it is. She's dead. I was just thinking this might be an excellent place to save the game. Alright. We'll go to Q.
Wait, do we have a save here? No, that's for us now. Cool.
Okay. There we go. We've saved. Yes. Yes. Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It's pancake time.
Okay. Save has been done. If we just go with conviction of, told me to slay her, I slay her. We're done, right? Let's see what happens. Of course it is. She's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Playthrough is all about conviction. Excellent description, Ozzy. All right, fine. Done the job. Went back upstairs.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Because we just stabbed a lady in the chest.
Stabbed a lady chained to a wall in the chest.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
And go where, precisely?
What?
Alright, we leave.
Should we just...
You open the
Go.
cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom
Oh my.
isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of space.
I'm in space.
Bye! Simon! Simon, how very dare you! Huh. Okay.
Well, that's different.
What happened?
You notice how the little placements look a little bit like eyes?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here.
Oh,
This is
you
good.
motherfucker.
Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Oh, you
What did
son
he do to us?
of a biscuit. This was always the plan. We won. We're being World War Hulked. We're being quarantined.
I know. Is the narrator the master from Doctor Who is exactly what I'm starting to think.
doctor.
Kind of hoping I get a better ending for saving the world. I don't like... Oh, okay.
No. Either that's bullshit or no.
This is the playthrough of conviction. We should be angry that we've been betrayed.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit. Let me out of here.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
As far as I can throw you.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
No, we're teaming up with the hero now. Hey, this is an explore option, so this isn't our choice. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Oh my god. Yeah, I'd say top option there.
Okay, maybe I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
I love this. Okay. Can I stab the narrator? That would be great. No problem, Brandon. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks so much, buddy.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
But if I unstab the princess, she's gonna reach up and smack me. I just know it. Yeah, the hero's doing some heroing. I'm very impressed.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Why would I stab the hero? He doesn't have a body either.
He's right. It's the only way out.
Yeah, he does.
Ugh.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
Yes, but the person telling me it's a wonderful place is super sus. Folks, a quick reminder about the content warnings on this game, okay? Because we are very much steering into self-harm territory, I think. So if this does not work for you, then it's okay if you need to step away for a little bit. Do what you need to do. The voice in your head uses its pronouns, right?
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
That is consistent with our previous playthroughs.
Don't you dare.
Oh, it's pissed you off, so now I'm definitely gonna do it. When using the blade,
kill us.
Kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct.
Hush, 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 hush.
Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
Yes, I do live despite
Which Johnny?
Johnny
Yes.
the narrator voice.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
Hero has the good point.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You're placing a lot of value on happiness. If we
die,
if
die.
we die. I'm not risking death over your weird hunch. Anything to get out of this hell. You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just gonna stick around and do nothing, at least for a while longer. I'm gonna trust my gut and go with the hero on this one. See what happens. Yes, he does. Agreed, Ozzy. He just uses the word happiness as if he doesn't understand it.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Fair.
Thanks.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
I made
this place for you. Right?
Oh, we're gonna yeet backwards into hell and curse God.
He is Kiwi. He's absolutely manipulative gaslighting. We
don't even have Wi-Fi, Johnny.
How can this be an eternity of bliss? I have no Amazon Prime.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Why? Oh, she's totally gonna become a ghost.
She's gonna reanimate.
Or we're heading for the Spectre ending. Ass.
Ghost hours, motherfucker.
Pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
See again. Look at the arms. Feathers.
Chitinous armor.
Chitinous plates. Talons.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Pissy. Yes! Okay.
Narrator having big annoyed GM energy.
In the woods. And at the end of that path,
you wouldn't like
is
me
a
when
cabin.
I'm angry.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her.
You trapped me here after I slew her last time.
I'm not gonna play along this time. But there's some more explore options. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
Yeah.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Well done, Stitch. Well done.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it.
Yeah, good job, Stitch.
That's fine. It wasn't very hard.
Voice of the cold.
We'll just do it again. Oh, is there another one of us in here? I've always been here. I've just gotten a little louder. And I'm ready for all of us to have a marvelous time.
So the ones we haven't gotten yet are Voice of the Spectre, which is what we're working on, I believe, right now, and The Nightmare. Are we picking up aspects of the princess?
Oh.
Maybe? However, whatever voice we hear, i.e. whatever we encounter we cause through the first chapter, is definitely her starting aspect in the second chapter. And the last one, she was specifically described as being cold, but the only selection we had made up until that point, until we got to the cabin and she spoke, was that we said, hell yeah, let's go kill a monarch. So that was a reflection on if anything in the world had changed as a result of that. It would have had to have been because of that selection with the narrator, not that selection
That's
with
really
the
smart.
princess.
I think they've had
So those are the two variables that we seem to be working with, are what mood is the narrator in and what reflects what mood the princess
Stitch
starts.
just made a really smart point.
I think they're paired with the princess, but more like opposites, like the beast with an obsessed hunter.
Yeah.
No problem, Corvid. Enjoy the VOD when you get there.
Always a pleasure.
wonder if she and the narrator are tied together involuntarily and they're opposites, and that's what's going on here.
Just stay focused.
Don't tell me what to do. So we could try causing the weirdness to happen, but I don't think that would change anything.
I don't either.
I'm sure
You trapped me here after I slew her last time. I've already done that.
No, this is a choice. We have to make a choice now. We didn't explore. I'm gonna say you trapped me here after I slew her last time. I'm not gonna play along this time.
How unfortunate that the sole person capable of slaying the princess also seems to be somewhat insane. Oh well, so long as you get the job done, it doesn't matter what sort of mental state you're in.
That would have been a good idea. Stitch, well done. But that's okay. We're running out of time for tonight, so I think we'll see this one through to the end. And maybe last time, it's okay. Last time we'll pick it up. From
Nothing to apologize for.
We killed her, and we see what happens next.
Narrator having big bass and
I
player
have
vibes.
one last word for you. You're right. She won't be a problem. I'm not sure I'm a fan of my new roommate. I think there's a lot more to this situation than we've been told.
So the voice of the hero sticks with you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The situation couldn't be more.
Alright, into the capital then. Sole person capable, right? Or maybe he's designed to be an extra...
The interior of the cabin is cold. A soft odour of dirt permeating the air.
Cobwebs.
Flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only item of furniture is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Okay.
New cabin just dropped.
New cabin just dropped.
Is that a coat of arms above the door?
No, it looks more like
A white.
finial. Are we taking the knife or not?
If she's dead.
If she's the opposite of the voice, if she was cold last time and she's not going to be cold this time, kind of don't want to take the blade.
Let's not take the blade.
Let's not take the blade. It's okay, Sansa.
Before you have a chance
Oh, Jesus
taking it,
fucking...
the top of a hand appears from underneath the floorboards.
Top of a hand appears? Oops.
It's a demo.
He's about to be haunted.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Oh, she looks cute and haunted.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Oh, wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
That's new.
Ghost wife, right? Serious ghost wife. Does anybody need screenshots? Go for it. The narrator's off guard. I'm very confused.
A ghost!
Oh, thank you. Zoinks!
Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, hey, cool. Incel Johnny's here.
Oh, God, is that where we're calling Voice of the Cold? Jinkies!
Oh, it's you. Hiya, killer. I guess we've got some things to talk about, haven't we? Like how you murdered me?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry about that. She's got the scar as well. And she's still on a chain, though that chain doesn't appear to be attached to the wall anymore. Okay, that was it. That was the Spectre ending. Okay, so there's just one left, which is Nightmare.
Yeah. There's also a good ending.
good ending. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I need this full game. I need this full game immediately. I think this is where we're gonna cut it off though, because otherwise we will be playing intricate little backs and forths and details forever. But when it comes time to play the full game...
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I don't know what we're gonna do. Good ending has the best artwork.
Yeah, the artwork on the achievement is great. It's just a happy smiley face.
It's a poster. Yeah, you're right, but I do need to see more. Yes, okay, everybody, definitely go and put this on your wish lists. Go and grab the demo. Have a fantastic time. If we should set aside some time next time to check it about if anybody does get the 9.
And how we go about doing it. Yeah.
Exactly. So we are going to take a little break. Please get up and stretch and get some water and all of that good stuff, and we will do some shenanigans so nobody has to go to bed on
mischievous
wife.
Kind of cute, terrifying dead princess wife
Exactly.
murder victim. Yes.
Exactly. I got the good ending right away. I respect your ruthlessness. I can't believe there is a good ending. Amazing, right? I know. I have to go find it. I may have to play this game a bit more. But we're gonna take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay. Look, we started with a tangent. How very peak us.
Oh, wow, I had no idea Nicole was on SCP Archives.
What
That's
is
great.
SCP Archives?
SCP Archives is put the tangent back on. You were very prophetic.
I was prophetic. Was I prophetic?
The SCP
Jeez,
Institute, which stands for Secure, Contain, Protect, is the fictional framework around which multiple people have written stories of horrifying things, sometimes hilarious things, that the Institute has tried to protect. These include things like a mildly demonic 16th century plague doctor, and an IKEA that links to another IKEA, an infinite one. One with things in it.
So like Warehouse 13-esque.
Yes, indeed. And SCP Archives is the podcast that reads a lot of this stuff aloud, because it's all presented as after-action reports. So they get multiple voices in, and it's really nicely handled. John Grills, who has one of those voices which is like melted butter poured over honey, does a lot of work for them. And because they're all reports, you have different people filing different bits, and Nicole apparently has spent a lot of time over that, which is
apparently
good.
Kareem has also been in the SCP Archives.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, they're going on my list. Thank you very much. As a collection of pies, which doubles when not eaten.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like I could fall on that grenade for the good of the universe.
Control is very much a video game with the SCP Archives in its DNA.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Yes.
Right. I know very little about Nicole as a voice actor other than she showed up on stream when we were demoing, and it was lovely, and she's obviously very talented, and I follow her on Twitter now, and I would definitely like to see more of her work for sure.
Along similar lines, and actually directly connected, they did 3 beautiful SCP art books, and a new edition of those has just come out, and YouTube serves me the advert quite regularly, which is voiced by Stephen Johnson from TikTok.
Shitpost calligraphy is unofficially considered the Plague Doctor at SCP. Nice. Reminds you of somebody you know very strongly, keeps distracting you. Yeah. Kareem is in everything. If you have a podcast, he'll be in it eventually, right?
We were talking earlier today about how Kareem, David Alt, Alan Bergen, and I kind of have the mildly doomed jovial chap side of British or UK based audio drama kind of on lock at this point.
Exactly.
Hello, oh dear.
Hello, oh dear. I'm afraid we're going to die. Yes, precisely. And speaking of British voices on lock, shall we do some shenanigans?
Hey!
Let me find the button. We're going to do even more true, honest, 100% accurate facts about Doctor Who this evening. Alright, let me move this so that's not directly in your face. You want to kick us off?
Yeah, these are from Ploppy the Spaceship.
Which is a lovely title.
Such a great title. There was one story where the villain was just a cactus with a menacing voiceover.
You can't just say the one with the bubble wrap monster or the one with the cellophane monsters, because there's multiple of them.
The Seeds of Doom and the Seeds of Death are entirely different stories, separated by 7 years.
Harry Sullivan never agreed to be a companion. He was invited into the TARDIS one day and then dematerialized. All of his episodes take place back to back to back, and no one ever asked if he wanted to go home, meaning he was carted around the universe for a week and just fucking rolled with it.
Yeah, we're going to have a mild off-ramp here onto justice for Harry Sullivan. Harry was, I believe, a unit medical doctor who was kind of a tool. He was...
I don't even remember him. 4th
Doctor companion, clearly captain of the Rugger team. Very much kind of, hello! Oh dear, that seems to be we've gone a bit wrong. The 4th Doctor memorably yelled, Harry Sullivan is... I believe the line is, Harry Sullivan is an idiot, on Scarrow at one point.
I believe that was one of the previous things we read. Harry Sullivan is an imbecile.
Yes.
Which is very not a polite thing to say about anybody, and terribly imbecile.
And, Big Finish completely redeemed him.
Oh!
Harry, I seem to remember, now runs the Porton Down Biological Research Centre and has been instrumental in stopping several alien plagues.
Bless his heart. He's only qualified to work on sailors. Okay. One time they blew up the TARDIS with the Sixth Doctor and H.G. Wells aboard. They both showed up later in the episode without ever explaining how they survived.
Okay, slight off ramp once again.
Never mentioned again.
The story is called Time Lash, and it is unfucking believably terrible. That is one event in 3 episodes. This is also a okay. Watch my lips, because these words will not make sense. They will seem strange in your brain. Trust me, they're all true. I've literally written a book that involved this episode. Time Lash is a sequel to a Third Doctor story that never happened.
Okay, that's real world timey-wimey.
Yes. As a piece of TV drama, it is fucking awful. As RPG source material, because I wrote the book on the Sixth Doctor's run, it is extraordinary.
Of course it
because
was.
There's a massive idea every 5 minutes. And I went into the story going, the fuck is this shit? I came out the other side of it going, I will defend this like unto death. The principal thing is that one of the principal elements of it, I swear this is true, is a race has hacked into, I believe, either a naturally occurring time tunnel or has built a tunnel through time. They are using it as waste disposal. They're literally throwing the crap in there. It's great, and it's awful. Never watch it.
They made a time tunnel garbage disposal.
Yes. What genres were stealing ideas from for RPGs? All of them. Honestly, episodic drama is absolutely perfect for it. Yeah, and H.G. Wells is in it, and the Doctor is just kind of annoyed that Wells is wandering around his TARDIS going, what's this doing? Don't fucking touch that.
The Ice Warriors go whenever they're not speaking, and apparently no one thought this was a bad idea.
There's a recurring genderless alien called Alpha Centauri who talks in a high squeaky voice, and I love them. They're played by an actor waddling around under this costume, and the costume is what is very clearly 2 yellow leather raincoats, cut up, some unconvincing green arms which look like they may end in flower pots, and a papier-mâché single-eyed head.
What was the name of the Sixth Doctor episode?
Time Lash.
And it was the sequel to...
It is the sequel to a Third Doctor story that never happened. The big reveal is that the Third Doctor arrived on this planet centuries previously, and it's not anywhere the show has been before.
So was that like the first time they started thinking, oh, well, we could just reference this person with their previously and never have to film
You are
it?
working off the assumption that the people responsible for Time Lash thought.
Time travel trash disposal does sound like a Trexel marketing campaign.
David, it's so simple. We'll just throw it into the 16th century. No one will know, David. No one will know.
There was a 4-part story where the Fourth Doctor had no companion. He just broke the fourth wall and explained to the audience what he was doing. It was so unsettling that they introduced the new companion, Leela, the very next episode.
The Doctor is basically Deadpool. They know they're in the show. And it's only sometimes. About once every 2 incarnations, the Doctor will look to camera. I believe the Fifth Doctor once finished an episode with, well, I have no idea how I'm getting out of this.
The BBC said...
That's my turn.
Oh, fine.
The BBC said they couldn't end on a cliffhanger where the Doctor was drowning because it might scare the children. This was the same story that introduced this entirely not upsetting version of the Master. A little context. This is a story called The Deadly Assassin, which is basically 1970s Doctor Who does JFK. It is quite good. It is also unfucking believably violent. The entire thing is political assassinations on Gallifrey, and one episode literally finishes, almost, with the Doctor being throttled and having his head held underwater. The version of the Master that is introduced in this is skinless.
In a horribly beat up, what looks like
obviously soaked with
coat.
blood and gore cowl.
Yeah, so I should read and watch Doctor Who to steal ideas for RPGs.
Oh, grim. Good
So
God,
good.
yes.
So our next selection comes from Fluffmugger. Oh, did we mention the Master being turned into a pocket pal version of himself and trying to threaten a companion after pretending to be your stepfather from a shoebox?
Or the Doctor landing in the middle of the plot for a taut political thriller that somehow also managed to mash up an extremely queer version of POTO, I don't know what that means, and managing to do absolutely nothing to change any facet of the situation, except get himself killed.
Play of the POTO. I don't know what that is. Let's look it up. What is POTO?
Yes, the deadly assassin doctor is skinless.
Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera. There we go.
Oh, I mean, in fairness, they do reference a lot of other stuff further down the line, but this one, it just seems gratuitous.
Space bees.
Megalomaniacal, mind-controlling spiders.
The Fourth Doctor deciding the best way to communicate with a tentacle monster was by filleting it.
The 6-foot wang that is Alpha Centauri appearing in multiple episodes. Genuinely astounded Alpha Centauri hasn't shown up in the rebooted show, given that...
Oh my.
Given Russell T Davies' magnificent lack of fucks, I am fully expecting him to go, it's Alpha Centauri, and you love him even more. You're welcome.
And of course, the alien race who thought the best punishment for a political prisoner was to force them to be a public schoolboy in England.
I mean, you know.
Have you seen that there is now like a Mr. Blobby is ripped dating sim being created? I'm not kidding. I'm going to Google this.
Don't feel like you need to show me that.
I'm going to make you look at this. Dating game.
Oh.
No.
It's my instinctive reaction to Mr. Blobby.
I saw it. He was super ripped.
And let's not even get into the fact that, you know, the Mr. Blobby theme park is just rotting and decaying.
Oh, I can't find it now, but there was a new Mr. Blobby game.
Was there?
Yes, I was subjected to it, and you must now please be please play the Mr. Blobby dating sim on stream if it's
God,
real.
fucking damn it.
Help me find it. I know it was on my timeline just the other day, and it was horrific, and it was so horrible, and I want to subject you to it, and I want to laugh, but I'll see if I can find it. New Mr. Blobby new game?
Try Mr. Blobby dating sim?
Let's try dating game. See if it comes up.
Oh, fuck me. Autocomplete.
Oh, no.
Maybe try under all, not just images.
Yeah, instead of just images. I saw it. I have to find it. I'm sure it exists. Working with all my love, I shall not watch that. Mr. Blobby's terrifying. I don't want to find it, but if you guys find it, DM it to me on Twitter, and we shall investigate the horror together.
Or you know, just go full supernatural and burn it.
Right.
One of the two.
Burn it and salt the ashes. Very much so.
Turlo. Love Turlo.
Who's Turlo?
Turlo is the Tory boy. He is the political dissident marooned in an English public school.
Good for him. He deserves it.
He's basically Scott Evil for Doctor Who. His first response, and bear in mind, he was with the Fifth Doctor, who, I mean, 13 gives him a run for his money, but 5 remains the nicest one.
True.
You know, his first response to everything was, "We could kill it to sleep, Turlo." Yeah, my only regret is it doesn't have its back to us. We could kill it.
I thought that was Rimmer from Red Dwarf.
It is.
It's only a shame he's awake. Exactly.
Turlo and Rimmer would either get on very well, have very, very confusing feelings for each other, or murder each other on sight.
Or all of the above.
Yes.
You know, it could in fact be all of the
right? Where's your sense of adventure? In the TARDIS, in a box marked sense of adventure.
That's an actual line.
Yes.
Of course it is.
Turlo was the first companion whose default response to everything was, "Well, this is some bullshit."
I'll be in the TARDIS, right?
Oh, Daleks, great. I'm making some coffee. I'll just lock the door. It'll be fine.
Exactly.
Let me know how it turns out.
Bye. All right, let's tell everybody where we're going to be this coming week.
There are so many places you can find us. That's a lie. That's a clever lie. There are actually 2. The first is on Friday. We will. I don't know why I'm doing this in the style of one of the heavy metal songs and plugs too, but I'm just going to roll with it. we will be releasing the next episode of our Hugo finalist issue of our Hugo finalist pop culture newsletter, The Full Lid.
We're
which
Schrodinger's finalists, aren't we?
We are, and it doesn't matter because we're finalists.
Because we're awesome.
Exactly.
And we would do it anyway. So.
And this week we have things like Prey, the really very good new Predator movie, and the first issue of Golden Rage, which is a comic perfectly described as Lord of the Flies meets the Golden Girls.
Is Deadpool involved? Tell me Deadpool's involved. Damn. Then, that sounds like an amazing crossover. On
Sunday, our reward for finishing Darkside Detective last Sunday was to find out that there's another third of Darkside Detective. I would not surprise me at all to get to the end of case 9 for them to go and then for them to go surprise.
One more.
You know, Darkside Detective is a point-and-click adventure in which you play Detective Francis McQueen and his partner Officer Dooley. I feel like the officer has a question mark in brackets after it, like Officer Dooley, as the only 2 members of the Darkside Division, the Twin Lakes PD's elite unit who investigate parapsychological stuff. And by elite, I mean they set fire to things and run away. It is wonderful.
It's wonderful. It has very much Alistair's sense of humor. It seems to be very sweet from what I've seen of the VOD so far. So Alistair's going to continue playing that.
So we're gonna,
and I will help you with the puzzles if you want.
That would be very nice. Okay. Thank you. So we will be doing that on Sunday, and then we'll be back here next Wednesday for a new game.
Yes, we're going to play Inscription starting next week, because by then you'll have all figured out how to get the nightmare ending and
you'll tell us
best happy ending from the game, and you will tell us, and then we will start something new and terrifying, which sounds exactly
more spoops, guaranteed sure. More spoops.
Exactly, and I think that's everything. Is there anything else going on?
Only that it's really nice to be back.
Yay. It's kind of the Lord of the Flies meets a Miss Teen America pageant. Okay, nice.
That does sound cool.
Right. I mean, there's only so much M.R. James writing about his evil hat available out there.
And then the T murdered him.
Yes, precisely.
More golf, Emma.
Yes, exactly. And I think that's everything. Unless you can think of anything else. I'm sure there'll be a million things we'll think of the minute we turn the stream off. But this works for now.
It does. Thank you so much for joining us, folks.
And look, Wendy, we're finishing before midnight.
New arrivals and old friends, you are all always welcome, and we're so glad to have you here.
Thank you very much.
I've been Alistair.
And I've been Marguerite.
And we totally failed to slay the princess.
No, we succeeded in slaying the princess. We didn't get what we bargained for.
Was fun, though.
Shame on you, Johnny.
We'll see you next time.
Good night, everybody.